368,000 pounds of Oscar Mayer turkey bacon products are now being recalled because of possible listeria contamination.
The turkey brand that caused the death of a healthy person is still on sale this year. Not just one, but several recalls have happened related to dangerous outbreaks like salmonella and metals in food, leading to unpredictable incidents. And these aren't unfamiliar names, these are names you see at Walmart, Costco. These are names that you and your family eat every year. How can you feel safe knowing that these products are still being sold while the big corporations are trying to hide it from you? But don't worry, in this video, I'm going to expose 8 turkey brands you need to avoid, so you don't have to worry about picking unsafe food. You definitely don't want your Christmas party ending in the hospital, right? Don't miss this survival video for the holiday season. Be careful with turkey. It could be the year-end outbreak that sends you to the hospital. Every Thanksgiving or Christmas turkey becomes the main dish in millions of celebrations. But have you ever wondered, aside from being a traditional dish, could turkey also be the source of the largest outbreak of the year? The reason is that turkey, like most poultry, can contain dangerous bacteria like salmonella and listeria. These are the 2 main agents causing food poisoning. Salmonella causes diarrhea, fever, stomach pain, and if not treated in time can lead to sepsis. Listeria, especially dangerous for the elderly, can cause meningitis and sepsis. This means that each turkey is not just food, but can also be the culprit of illness if not handled properly. During the holiday season, the demand for turkey skyrockets, with millions of turkeys being processed and consumed. But behind the rush, there's a serious problem. The production and storage processes for turkey during peak season are often not tightly controlled. The increased production of poultry to meet demand means the risk of bacterial contamination also increases. In fact, every year we witness millions of pounds of turkey being recalled due to the detection of salmonella and listeria. These numbers are not an unreasonable warning, but a reality we need to face. Think you're safe when buying a turkey from the supermarket? Maybe not. That's why next I'm going to share with you 8 turkey brands you absolutely should not buy because they've caused too many issues related to food safety. Don't miss this. What I'm about to say will make you rethink your choices. Number 1, Butterball. When thinking about turkey for the holidays, many Americans will immediately think of this brand. But do you really understand what you're buying when you choose Butterball? First, we need to talk about a very serious issue that Butterball continuously faces: contamination. This is something that can directly affect your health immediately. Butterball has had to recall thousands of pounds of turkey due to salmonella and listeria, 2 bacteria that cause serious food poisoning. These bacteria are no joke. If you accidentally eat contaminated turkey, you'll face diarrhea, fever, and in the worst case, you might have to be hospitalized during the holiday season. Do you want your Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner to end with food poisoning from Butterball turkey? I bet you don't. And if you think these contamination issues are a thing of the past, you'd be wrong. Recently in 2021, Butterball had to recall products again due to metal fragments found in processed turkey meat. Imagine enjoying a delicious meal and suddenly discovering metal in your turkey. How would that feel? Surely this isn't what you want in your family meal, especially during an important holiday. This is negligence that no one should accept, and it increases the risk of food poisoning, directly affecting your and your family's health. After all these issues, Butterball not only makes consumers worry about food safety, but also raises many questions about the ethical production of this brand. You might not know, but Butterball has been strongly criticized for its inhumane turkey farming conditions. Videos of animal abuse such as kicking, throwing, and leaving injured turkeys on their farms have been condemned by PETA and Mercy for Animals. Can you continue to trust a brand where animals are treated cruelly just to serve profit? You will definitely have to reconsider before spending your money on Butterball turkey. With all the scandals from contamination issues to animal abuse, do you still want to choose Butterball for your holiday meal? And are there other brands with similar problems? Let's take a look at the next name on the list of brands you should avoid with food safety practices that haven't improved over time. Number 2, Cargill. Cargill is a major name in the poultry industry, but do you know that when you choose their products, you are putting your health at risk? Not because of a single recall, but because of the ongoing negligence in their production process that they have failed to change despite multiple scandals. Cargill not only causes concern with past incidents, but also makes consumers worry about food quality every time they purchase their products. Did you know that in 2011, Cargill had to recall 36 million pounds of turkey due to antibiotic-resistant salmonella? This was the largest recall in the U.S. poultry industry, and it wasn't just an isolated accident. Antibiotic-resistant salmonella is not something you want to see in the food you eat because it can lead to serious food poisoning. But the bigger problem is that Cargill wasn't only criticized for one recall, but also for their production process always being inadequate and not improving. Even after the big recall, they didn't make any significant improvements in their food safety process. Still, the same basic mistakes like improper temperature management, poor hygiene, and rushing production times. Cargill continues with outdated processes, putting consumers at risk. It's hard to understand how a big company like Cargill hasn't improved these basic issues after so many years. These flaws in the production process aren't just small oversights, they are direct threats to consumers' health. If you can't control temperature during food preparation, can't ensure proper hygiene, then you're producing food that could make people sick, and that's unacceptable. How can you feel confident eating a product when its production process lacks the necessary care? And then we have to look at the health risks Cargill has created for consumers. Salmonella and Listeria are not bacteria you can take lightly. These bacteria can cause diarrhea, vomiting, fever, and in serious cases, sepsis. If not handled in time, these issues can land you in the hospital and ruin your holiday. Yet after all those incidents, Cargill still hasn't taken serious action to improve its process. So what do you think about Cargill? Is it worth continuing to support a brand like that? Get ready, because in the next part I'll show you another brand that, although cheap, is completely not worth your money. Number 3, Good and Gather. Too cheap. When it comes to Good and Gather premium basted young turkey from Target, I have to admit I was surprised and disappointed when I saw how incredibly cheap this turkey was. Yet its quality was so bad it's almost unbelievable. At just 0.79 per pound, you definitely think this is a bargain. But the truth is, cheap prices come with terrible quality. And no, this isn't a vague warning. Consumers have strongly reported about the quality of this product. Let's look at the frightening reviews from customers. It's not just a few comments, but a series of feedback that couldn't be worse. This turkey is called rubbery and almost inedible. One customer even exclaimed, "This is the worst turkey I've ever made for my family." After thawing, the turkey looked like it was just skin and bones. Nothing but a pile of tasteless meat, and after cooking, its texture remained rubbery, impossible to swallow. Would you want to spend your whole evening preparing a meal that you can't even eat? I bet you wouldn't. The problem is not just the price, but the experience when you eat. A turkey, no matter how cheap, that delivers such a horrifying experience, would it be worth buying? What you're getting is just a meal that tastes awful, impossible to eat, even after putting in the effort to cook. These consumers aren't exaggerating. Good and Gather clearly fails to provide a product worth the money for its customers. With such poor quality, you have to ask yourself, is Target trying to offer a cheap product, but failing to maintain a quality standard worth your purchase? A turkey product that could ruin your family dinner, not only disappointing you, but also making you feel like you wasted a meal. Furthermore, these negative reviews are not rare. They come from many customers who tried it and were disappointed. If you think Good and Gather could improve quality, wait a bit longer, because I would not recommend buying this product, especially when you can easily find other turkey options with superior quality, even at a similar price. You'll save more by staying away from this turkey and looking for a better option. So what do you think about Good and Gather? Would you still risk it with such terrible quality just because of the cheap price? Don't worry, I'll show you another brand with a more reasonable price and guaranteed quality. But before I do that, I want you to be more careful, because there are some choices that could ruin your holiday. Number 4, Budig. Do you think Budig turkey deli meat is a convenient snack for your holiday party? In fact, you might be risking your health without even realizing it. Although it looks normal on the outside, once you open this turkey package, you'll immediately realize that this is a meal not worth the cost. Budig may make you reconsider cheap eats during the holidays. With an unbelievably low price of 0.79 per pound, you might think you're getting a convenient and affordable meal. But I bet you wouldn't expect the uncomfortable issues hidden in every slice of this meat. When you open Buddig turkey, you won't find the fresh, tasty slices you expected. Instead, you'll see thin, rubbery slices that are almost impossible to chew. Not only is the flavor disappointing, but the awful texture will make you want to toss it immediately. What makes Buddig even more concerning is the massive amount of salt you're unknowingly consuming. One serving of this turkey contains 590 milliliters of sodium, which is 25% of the amount of salt you should consume in a whole day. Don't let the low price and convenience make you overlook this issue. Such a high salt content can not only increase the risk of high blood pressure, but also overwork your kidneys, especially when you've already consumed other salty foods during the holiday season. And don't forget about the additives in every slice of this meat. Although preservatives and additives like carrageenan natural flavors and potassium lactate make up a small portion of the product, these compounds can negatively affect your body if consumed regularly. This is a factor you can't ignore, especially when you want to avoid unnecessary chemicals in your diet. The reality is, although Buddig is very affordable, the poor quality of this product isn't worth the risk. You're not just disappointed by the uncomfortable texture, but you also face health risks from the high sodium and the additives in every slice of meat. And if you think you can overlook all of these problems just because it's cheap, I recommend you think again. You don't want a convenient meal to become a health threat, especially during the holidays, right? Number 5. Jenny O. Can you believe that such a large brand like Jenny O could neglect food safety warning signs? In 2018, this company had to recall 210 pounds of ground turkey due to salmonella, and this wasn't the first or only incident. The big issue here isn't just the recall, but the fact that this mistake could have been entirely avoided if Jenny O had paid more attention to their sanitation process and quality control. It's disappointing to say that instead of focusing on improving their process, Jenny O has continued to production despite these warnings. The warning signs have been clear for a long time, but the company has ignored them. This is the negligence I'm talking about. You can't just be careless when there's so much evidence of problems in the production process, but Jenny O hasn't taken any real action to address them. They haven't changed, improved, or ensured safety in their products for consumers. Jenny O has shown that they haven't been adequately prepared to handle these warning signs. They've disregarded their responsibility for the products they produce, leading to the unfortunate recall. Do you still want to continue supporting a brand that not only doesn't ensure quality, but also lacks responsibility for your health and your family's health? Isn't it an unnecessary risk to keep buying from a brand you can't fully trust? Number 6. Foster Farms. One of the scariest food industry incidents recently involved Foster Farms, and this is a story you can't overlook. Can you imagine a hard, sharp piece of wood found in turkey meat? And that's not a small mistake, but a serious system failure. In 2018, Foster Farms had to recall 3 million pounds of turkey after finding large pieces of wood in the product. This wasn't a minor incident, but a real risk that could have caused immediate harm to consumers eating this turkey. The problem isn't just the discovery of wood, but the quality control process. How could such a serious mistake happen in the production process of a large brand? Surely Foster Farms allowed a system error that should have been caught in the inspection phase. This isn't a simple mistake, but a sign of negligence in their inspection process. Wood from pallets was ground into the meat and into the hands of consumers without proper inspection. How could something like this slip through? The big question here is, how did Foster Farms let this happen? And this is why I can't help but question, how can a big company like this ignore such mistakes? With a poor inspection system, they're putting consumer health at serious risk, and an incident like this can't just be an accident. Foster Farms has to take responsibility for this negligence because it's not just a loss of trust, but a lesson in food safety. Do you still want to keep buying from a brand that hasn't improved its production process? Number 7. Great value. Walmart store brand. Have you ever wondered why Walmart store brand turkey is so cheap? Low prices are great, but the more important question is, what have they cut to sell at that price? This isn't just a coincidence, but the result of Walmart's ongoing price-cutting strategy. You need to understand that cheap products always come with sacrifices, and in this case, Walmart sacrificed quality to keep the prices attractive. You've definitely seen Walmart's turkey packages with an incredibly low price. But don't let the cheap price fool you. Walmart store brand is cutting costs at almost every production stage, from ingredients to processing. They've chosen to cut the most important factors like the quality of ingredients and product inspection just to sell the product at a super low price. When you buy such cheap turkey, you're really trading quality for a lower price, and that's really not worth it. But it doesn't stop there. Walmart's store brand is also facing another serious problem, a lack of transparency about the product's origin. You can check everything when shopping at Walmart, but can you really know how the turkey in this product was raised, processed, and inspected? Walmart doesn't publicly share information about the origins of their products, which makes it impossible for consumers to determine the actual quality of the product. If a big company like Walmart can't be transparent about these basic details, how would you feel feeding your family this turkey during the holiday season? The issue isn't just the price, but the actual quality of the product. Artificial flavor, rubbery texture, and unnatural taste are words many customers use to describe this turkey. Surely Walmart store brand chose to save cost on the most important steps, which makes this turkey a meal no one wants to eat. A piece of turkey like this not only makes it hard to eat, but also makes you question the real quality of other products from Walmart. There's only one name left on the list of brands to avoid. Can you guess who it is? Don't miss out, you might regret not knowing sooner. Number 8. Chomps. You probably wouldn't expect that Chomps turkey sticks could pose such a serious health risk. In 2025, Chomps had to recall their product after metal from the beef production line was found mixed in with the turkey meat. Can you imagine a piece of turkey that you think is safe could actually contain metal fragments? This not only causes injury to the mouth and stomach, but the risk of metal poisoning could also threaten consumer health. This is not a minor incident. When you buy food from a well-known brand like Chomps, you expect that these products have been thoroughly quality tested before reaching the consumer. But the truth is, this mistake came from loose production management and a lack of control during processing. Chomps allowed metal from the beef production line to mix into the turkey product without detecting it. This is a serious incident showing they are not controlling the quality of their product. I don't think you'd want to continue risking your health with Chomps. However, don't worry, there are other brands where you can fully trust the quality when choosing for your family. Coming up, I'll introduce 2 more reliable names in this list. Let's discover these brands right now, as they will make you feel more secure and satisfied when bringing them to your family meal. Turkey Selection Guidelines. You've probably heard people say that picking out a turkey for a holiday feast is simple, but in reality, choosing the right turkey can have a huge impact on your health, especially during the holidays. I'm not kidding, because if you don't pay attention to these basic guidelines, you might accidentally bring home a contaminated turkey for your family. So what do you need to do to ensure safety? Let me show you the basic and very important steps to selecting a turkey so you don't have to worry about quality. First, you might be confused between fresh and frozen turkey. Both can be safe if you buy the right one and handle it properly. However, if you want absolute safety, frozen turkey is generally a better choice because it's stored at the right temperature and is easier to control when you defrost it. Fresh turkey should only be bought close to the day you plan to cook it, and it shouldn't be kept in the fridge too long because bacteria can develop quickly. The most important thing is to defrost it properly. Never leave the turkey at room temperature. That's the quickest way to let bacteria grow. Next, never overlook the USDA inspection stamp on the packaging. This is the sign that the product has been inspected and meets food safety standards. You can easily spot products that don't meet the standard if the packaging is torn or leaking. Always choose turkey with a USDA stamp and check the expiration date carefully. Don't risk buying expired products no matter how cheap they are. Don't let your desire to save money compromise your health. Another important factor is the stuffed turkey. Many people prefer this for convenience, but I'll be straightforward and tell you that pre-stuffed fresh turkey is one of the most dangerous choices. Bacteria can develop very quickly in the stuffing, especially when the temperature isn't properly controlled during cooking. If you still want to choose a stuffed turkey, go for a frozen one and be sure to check it thoroughly to ensure safety. Properly defrosting the turkey is an important step that many people overlook. If you defrost the turkey in the fridge, remember that every 4 to 5 pounds of turkey needs at least 24 hours. This is the safest way, helping you avoid situations like unevenly cooked meat and bacteria not being completely killed. If you need to speed up the process, you can use cold water or a microwave, but make sure to cook it immediately after defrosting. Once you've bought and defrosted your turkey, don't forget to check the labels on pre-cooked products. Turkey bacon, Turkey sausage or any pre-processed turkey product
should have clear information on the ingredients and preservatives. Avoid products with too many additives and sodium. Just because something is cheap doesn't mean it's good quality, especially when your health is at risk. Finally, never forget that choosing the right turkey is just the first step. After buying and handling it properly, cooking it to 165 degrees Celsius is the key factor to kill all bacteria. You can use a food thermometer to make sure the meat has reached a safe temperature. Don't overlook these details because bacteria in turkey is not something to take lightly. In conclusion, when you buy turkey, don't just look at the price or the brand. Look at what the labels say, the expiration date, how you defrost it, and how you cook it. All these factors will help you choose a turkey that is not only delicious, but also completely safe for the whole family. And don't worry, in the next section, I'll show you 2 reliable turkey brands that will make you feel more confident when shopping for the holidays. Number 1, Tom Thumb. If you're looking for quality turkey at a reasonable price, Tom Thumb is the brand you can't miss. I know you might be wondering, can a reasonably priced brand really offer a turkey that's delicious, nutritious, and worth the money? And the answer is yes. Tom Thumb has proven that you don't need to spend a lot of money to get a quality product. Tom Thumb customers are genuinely satisfied with this product because Tom Thumb turkey isn't just cheap, it's tender and juicy. With a 10-pound turkey for just under $10, this is a deal you can't pass up for your family meal or holiday feast. Especially Tom Thumb's turkey is rated almost 4.5 stars, proving that its quality truly exceeds what you might expect from an affordable product. What's great is that Tom Thumb doesn't just offer top-notch products, but also offers flexibility in sizes. You can choose frozen turkey ranging from 8 to 12 pounds, suitable for each family's needs. And if you buy a big turkey and don't finish it, don't worry. You can easily use the leftovers to prepare meals for later. With such a great price, you could even buy 2 if you need them, completely saving money, while still having enough for your family meal. What impresses me most is the nutritional value in Tom Thumb's turkey. Each serving has only 117 calories and 24 grams of protein, making this meal not only delicious, but also a healthy choice. You can enjoy this turkey any day of the year without worrying about excess calories, especially when you're trying to maintain a healthy diet. However, don't rush to finish your journey here. After Tom Thumb, I'll introduce you to 2 other reliable brands that you can trust for your family. These brands will help you find the perfect balance of value and quality. Number 2, Whole Foods. If you're looking for an organic turkey option that's both delicious and healthy, Whole Foods is a brand you can't overlook. They not only offer fresh, delicious products, but also commit to providing organic meals so you can be assured of quality. Whole Foods 365 turkeys are highly rated, and although the price might be a little higher, around $2.99 per pound, the product's quality is definitely worth it. Whole Foods organic turkey has received a lot of praise for its excellent quality. You'll get tender, juicy turkey with absolutely no preservatives or growth hormones. That's why many customers love choosing Whole Foods turkey for holidays or special family meals. Even though the price is slightly higher than other turkey products, you won't have to worry about buying a product with an unclear origin. However, one issue that some customers face is with the innards. Whole Foods offers turkey with the full set of organs like the heart, liver, and gizzards, but this may not sit well with everyone. Some people appreciate receiving the innards because they can use them to make creative dishes, while others don't like it and feel uncomfortable receiving a turkey with these parts. If you're someone who enjoys eating innards, this will be a plus, but if not, make sure to check before buying. Nevertheless, with organic, quality freshness and superior nutrition, Whole Foods is still one of the best choices for you. And if you've chosen organic turkey, don't forget that proper eating habits are also crucial to reduce risks. Next, I'll share with you some ways to eat turkey safely to reduce health risks during this holiday season. Ways to reduce risks and health burdens during the holidays. When thinking about the holidays, you probably picture hearty meals, especially turkey. But have you ever thought that even though turkey is a traditional dish, if not eaten properly, it could also harm your health? Many people tend to overeat during the holidays, and sometimes we forget that eating smart during this time is essential to avoid overburdening our bodies. So how can we minimize the risks and still enjoy the meal safely without worrying about our health? First, I want to talk about eating slowly and in moderation. The holiday season often makes us crave and eat quickly to try all the dishes, but this can actually lead to digestive problems. Eating slowly and chewing well will help you feel fuller longer and not overeat. Try splitting the meal into smaller portions instead of trying to eat a big plate all at once. This will help you feel lighter and avoid being overloaded after the meal. Another important point is incorporating vegetables into the meal. It's easy to focus on turkey and starchy foods like potatoes, but don't forget that vegetables help balance the meal and are great for digestion. Vegetables not only provide fiber, but also help reduce bloating after the meal. Try to make at least half of your plate vegetables like broccoli, carrots, or other green vegetables. This will help you add vitamins and avoid feeling heavy after overeating meat. When eating turkey, a small tip is to choose the white meat over the skin. Although the skin is very tasty, it contains a lot of fat. If you want to limit calories and fat, eat the white meat and reduce eating the skin. Remember that portion control is key to avoid consuming too much protein and fat, especially when the food during the holidays is abundant. Also, managing leftovers after the meal is very important. I know many people enjoy eating leftovers the next day, but food left out too long at room temperature becomes a breeding ground for bacteria. Make sure to store leftovers in the fridge within 2 hours after the meal. And when eating again, don't forget to reheat the food to 165 degrees Celsius to kill bacteria. This will help you feel at ease and avoid unnecessary risks. Finally, don't forget a little light exercise after the meal. Walking around the house a few times after eating can help digestion and make you feel much more comfortable. You don't need to do strenuous exercise, just a little movement is enough to help your body digest quickly and relieve discomfort. With these small tips, I hope you'll have a happy holiday without worrying about your health. Don't let your favorite dishes cause you to face serious health issues. Eat turkey smartly, safely, and enjoy this holiday without worrying. How will you choose your turkey for this holiday season? Will you continue trusting brands with a history of recalls, or will you switch to safer, higher quality options that truly offer value? Share your thoughts in the comments, and I look forward to hearing your opinions on these brands and whether you've ever experienced turkey from these brands. Also, if you found this article helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay updated on the latest information about safe food and nutrition. Upcoming posts will share more tips to help you choose quality food and avoid products that could harm your family's health. Let's discuss, share, and subscribe to the channel to learn more about choosing safe food. The holidays are coming, and choosing the right products not only ensures a delicious meal, but also plays a crucial role in protecting your health.